7:32 at 92. Shane Moses, right lane out of Athens. Shane, I believe, is running in this car in Super Pro, and Jeff's running in 6.0. They wear this thing out. I've seen them both run the same index class and just go round in circles. I've seen them get to the finals in 6.0 and 7.0 without holding up the program. This is their fun toy car. They got a super fast X275, and they love playing with this thing. Keeps them sharp. Left side Jock Bratcher out of Morgantown, Kentucky. Super clean S10. .014 react left time, left lane, 020 right lane. Right lane gonna go 6.004. Bratcher 6:38. Anthony Davis out of Mammoth Cave, Kentucky. Now that his basketball season's over, he's out here running with the little guys. And Josh Woods out of Glasgow, Kentucky in the Chevy Beretta. Nice wheel stand there for Anthony. How about 011 react? Left lane Woods a little too quick on the tree. Goes 579 with the red light. Davis 622. Aaron Henning out of Harn, Kentucky. Over here in the Orange Crush, S10 pickup. And Tyler Moffitt scheduled to be up in the left lane doing a little mopping over there. All right, if you haven't heard, we need LDR X275 Extreme Street to the lanes. If you're in those classes, we need you to the lane. Pro 275, you should be near about suited up in the car. Dixon Mays left lane and Jared Ledford. Hey, we used to have a tuner called Jared Ledford, didn't we? Oh, Josh, okay, yeah. Big Sasquatch, son of a gun, got married and moved to Hawaii. I mean, who'd give up tuning to move to Hawaii, bud? What kind of priorities is that? Probably a good idea. .011 and .012 on the tree. Ledford goes 614 while Mays goes 650. Oh, yet another El Camino. I think this makes number 3 or 4 this weekend. Cody Wiggins. Get a Performance Carburetors. Cody and his brother both were junior dragster standouts. Really tough to beat. They'll be taking on Adam Klein. Adam 014, Cody 037, and Klein gonna get there with the 608. Wiggins 608 right beside him. Nice little drag race. Scott Carman left lane out of Hardinsburg right down the road here, and LeRae Huffines out of Harn, Kentucky. And Big Al is in the house. .020 left lane, .019 right lane. Scott gonna go 446 while LeRae is 485. Brett Cannabell, the Monte Carlo. And Brent Fay over here in another S10. I think I've counted 8 S10s already this morning. You know, we talked about the new Poplar hot rods, and S10 makes a great platform, comes with the solid frame. You don't have to do a lot of suspension work to make them very competitive in this class. I mean, how was that ride to the hills last night, Al?
Unreal. And then I get into that room, and there's a picture of a horse that looks so evil that's sitting there, and I'm laying in bed thinking of you, and the eyes, I'm like, come on, please.
Look, you don't have to tell everybody in the country about the horse thing, okay? I mean, let's have a little discretion this morning. here, and there's a few more left. We're just stopped because of the leaky fluids there.
Absolutely, man. Well, good morning, Wade.
Good morning, sir.
Good to be with you again. Believe me, and all the fans that were here yesterday and today, and I'm sure they'll be filing in. I see race cars still coming in that haven't been here, getting teched in. Pretty cool, huh, that you show up on a Saturday because you know when it's time to race.
Right. You know, and we talked about it. A lot of these guys are working folks, and they would be here on Monday if they could, but somebody's got to pay for this stuff, so they have to go to work, you know, Monday through Friday. But most of them are pretty doggone good where they come in here on Saturday, get one time trial, and, you know, win the race.
Well, that's when you really know you're good. One hit, and let's get it.
We were talking, Jeb and I were talking yesterday, or the other day, Wednesday, whatever first day was, and
he finally started liking you.
Yeah, and one of our friends, he said that went to 2 finals last weekend, didn't even have time trial or first round 2 of the days. He got here late.
Those are some good cars right there with good drivers. You can run like that. I was in the line paying for my coffee and my biscuit there at McDonald's, and the guy said, they got a big meet down there? I go, national meet. Fastest cars and radial tires in the world.
Oh,
really?
Remember when everything was called meets back in the day? Yeah.
That's why I thought that was cool. He goes, there a big meet over there?
Oh, that Las Vegas wagon over right side, another one of our great lady racers, Amelia Reed, goes 6:16. The mass rider left lane went 6:34. Going to bring up Jay Oakley, and if I'm not mistaken, Oakley is one of the premier sportsman engine builders here in Kentucky, and be taking on Philip Oakley.
Wow.
Yeah,
little family affair.
Family affair. They also have the wife or daughter that races as well.
No relation to Oprah, right? You get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
This is no kidding. Birds went to Killcare up in Xenia, Ohio one day, and there's a family of 4. Mom, dad, daughter, son. Each of them brought in their own stacker, their own 450 dragster, and their own Super Pro car in their own stackers.
Their own stackers?
Yeah, so there was 4 stackers and 8 race cars. The girl was 16 and the boy was like 19.
Somebody got some money.
Yeah. Guess who the best driver out all of them was that day? Mom.
Mom. There you go. The one who cooks, cleans, and helps them out. She deserves the win. And happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all the moms out there. I know it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day. I'm going to be flying home in the morning. I can't wait to get there. You know what I mean? Although my mom isn't here, but my wife is. So I represent those two cheap sons of mine that won't buy her breakfast in the morning. There we go, Wade. Well, how do you look on the lights there in the left lane?
Well, how about that trip zip? Perfect, near perfect reaction time left lane. 9/10 thousandths from being perfect. And
that might as well be perfect, right, man, because
he schooled Philip after a little staging battle. Nobody wanted to go in first.
This is a low-slung looking ride here. What's it powered by?
I'm going to guess a big block Chevrolet. That's what most of them are. Looks like it's got some EFI on top of it, which is, man, it's the evolution we've seen over the years. Who would have thought you had a competitive 4-second bracket car running fielded?
No kidding.
Yeah, actually, it used to be how many carburetors can I get on top of it? And now it's, fuel injection. We got ProCharger, turbocharger, arch charger dragsters, just all in that quest to go a little faster.
Yeah, it's a good-looking machine. Really nice looking. I love that candy apple red on the roll bar.
You know you got power when you can shake the tires on a dragster.
Yeah, and she tells you, don't hit the throttle again because I'm really violent. Did you see her? She was telling him that when she's going, no, we're done. Get it from the start. Good morning, Bud. How are you? Butters is here this morning. Come on over here a minute, Bud. How you been, man?
I'm great. Yep, happy to be here. Excellent time. Yeah, I just want to say happy Mother's Day tomorrow to all the moms. We won't be here tomorrow. Hopefully we'll be with our wives and mothers. Yeah, that's awesome. That's what it's all about. It's really great to see everybody out here. Yeah, hope we all enjoy a great race today. We should have a lot of action. Back to you, Al.
Thank you. There he is.
Well, speaking of mothers, how about your wife? What a mother she is. She loves them kids. And,
she's got 3 kids at home.
Just 2.
No, right there.
Well, no, there's only 2 at home. The other one's here with us.
Yeah.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me. Formulated to win, proven by me. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me. Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
We drive tech. We drive the industry, going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields, and the interstate, there's a movement growing. A movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shot Secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
There it is. She's out there dancing it, moving it out. Yeah, what a great people. All these people that make this happen, from Donald Long, his wonderful wife and family, to Eric Dillard, Scott Tidwell, who's in the house this weekend, to all of them that put these racing events on for people throughout the country. We thank them all. I mean, they're very good.
Let's not forget Chris Simmons Photography over here right across from Boss X, doing the official photos, winner circle photos.
And I would tell you, if you're in the stands and you see a car that did something cool, he may have that picture. You can go and purchase it from him, even if you're not a driver or a crew member.
He's got a couple extra photographers, so it's just, he gets most every shot. You can get the big wheel stands.
Oh, speaking of photographers, Culpepper's in the house. There he is talking to Donald. Oh, yeah, they're not down there. Because I was going to make sure. I'm sure Chris is still going.
Well, I'm not sure which way you came in, but Mickey Thompson is here. I talked to both Chris and Elisa this morning. So,
Elisa.
Yeah, they bailed out on us a little early last night. Must have got hungry.
All right, well, yeah, there was a special going on, a fish fry on a Friday night somewhere in Kentucky. They went to get some bullheads.
Mo Hall, you think about getting into some bracket racing? You're consistent enough you could do that. Dial that thing into 360 somewhere and just go down there and drive that finish line. Mo Hall wouldn't know how to hit the brakes if he had to. Mo said, this is fun. Oh, see, I broke out.
Mo's got his mind set on this battle that's coming up here this afternoon. Because, man, there's some guys that are knocking on the tailgate.
Yeah, and we bragged on Mo yesterday, and then he went out there and didn't go but a 365 or something.
That's it?
I mean, here I was thinking we had a 359 coming, and Mo's slowing down.
That's all right. Save it up, Mo. Save it up. Champion over there. He knows what it's like to be on top.
Two-time champion now, our only two-time Pro 275 champion. Excellent team. Glad he made the trip. It was a long one. I told you wiring harness got broke while they were reinstalling the motor. Had to go down to Mooresville, North Carolina from Delaware, and then make the trip back this way to get it fixed. So appreciate the efforts, Mo and the crew.
You did the map quest for Maine, right? It was 18 hours. He's got to be at least 16 or probably maybe 14.
I think he said if it had been a one-way deal, it would have been like 12, but it ended up being 15 or 16. Yeah, so it's still a long way.
Oh, yeah.
Further than I want to drive
anymore.
We
thank them for doing that. I mean, you got to thank those guys, those long haulers. You got the Idaho Falls Young family. That is a long haul to, go drag racing and be someone, and you are someone, my friend. Have been for many years. As we get ready for this next pairing coming out here, and we are in testing, right, or qualifying?
Qualifying for Pro 275.
Giving him another shot right there. Jared Ring, that's the guy I was talking about, who's coming out of nowhere with that beautiful Midland, Texas-based Cadillac that has run well into the 3.6 range. Keep your eye on him throughout the weekend. I'm sure that's what Mo's going to take a glimpse at.
Well, for those of you that don't have to take off your shoes to count this high, this is qualifier number 7 for these classes. Qualifier number 7. Scheduled to be the last one. But,
dang, they won't have anything left if we have another one.
But they're having fun. They're getting to basically test on a super great track.
Oh, absolutely.
When you go to a track that's not having an event, it's not always prepped like this, and so the testing's not necessarily true. It's serving two purposes here.
Nice run from the caddy again, man. He slows a bit in the morning here on Saturday at 3.70 seconds, 195 miles per hour. But I'll tell you what, I'll take any Cadillac and go for a ride in that thing at 195 in the eighth of a mile.
And with that, Mo Hall's going to turn around and walk away.
I told you.
You
he's
see
watching.
all you needed to see, Big Doug.
I told you he was there for a reason.
Yeah.
He knows there's someone knocking. What are we going to have to do here, Brandon?
Well, you were into the singing yesterday. How about let's just hear that someone's knocking at the door? Someone's ringing the bell. Jared Ring doing his thing.
But
and that's all I got?
Because here we go, because here comes Mo on the go.
Well, actually, it looks like Mo's going to sit this one out, Al, and bring us Kevin and Wally.
All right, LDR, we're changing it right there. LDR, limited drag radial, and Wally coming up in the iRestore Ford Mustang. Big Joe down there from Hyperactive. Hey, Joe, I didn't know you guys made T-shirts. It's nice. Yeah, all right. So Wally Farbake, he'll be in the right side. And there's the guy from Idaho Falls, Idaho, Kevin Young in the left lane, that Chevrolet Corvette. It's going to be a bow tie banging Ford challenge right here in this qualifying round number 7 for these limited drag radial teams. Wally's been doing a lot of thrashing, man. I saw him under there changing a rear end just yesterday, putting a different gear ratio in the Ford Mustang. The iRestore machine, they restore in the Chicagoland area, probably one of the biggest contractors of restoring from hail damage, siding, roofing. They do windows, painting, concrete work. You name it, this guy can do it right here, his corporation. Good people, too, down there. I would highly recommend him because I live in that area. It's from Barrington, Illinois. And in the left lane from Idaho Falls, man, that's a big trip.
Talking yesterday, on time I've only been to Idaho. I saw the Snake River Falls Canyon where Evel Knievel failed to do his jump, saw the ramp and everything. That was pretty.
Yeah.
That
You
was
saw
pretty,
that?
Yeah, the jump. I mean, I wasn't there when he jumped, but yeah, I saw the setup. Pretty cool deal. But that's a long way away as well.
Get him, Wally.
Oh no!
Now, wait. See? Incredible. That is a movie scene right there, because I would tell you what, that's when I seen what happened there in the left lane. And I don't know if that's a turbo failure or whatever, a seal or something, or at this point, that could be like, that looks like transmission smoke to me,
Yeah,
the way it's colored.
like a fluid
and it's
got
just
on
hanging
something,
there.
right.
Oh, Kevin's out of the car, thank God, man.
Yeah.
Probably getting some fresh air.
And the crew, you see the safety crew guy over the wall with the fire extinguisher, gets there quickly. And
man, that is something else. And you can see him just sitting there going, I can't believe this. I don't know if he's got the fluid on him or what, but he's.
Well, let's keep our fingers crossed. It was something just like a hose came off or loose, and like say transmission line. Transmission usually blows smoke like that as blows to engine oil. So hopefully it's something he can get fixed. Kevin been running extremely well this weekend. We've enjoyed seeing the car and taking some time off, as you mentioned yesterday, and taking a step back. And we don't know the reason. There might have been some business reasons, personal reasons, or just regrouping and regenerating. But he's going to have a little work to do to get ready for eliminations this evening.
And with that, what a picture in full speed when the car's smoking. Yeah, watch this. Beautiful car too. You get right underneath, right away, something had failed. As you can see that from the front view, we're watching on a slow-mo shot. We apologize, you don't have a big screen out there, but look at that car is full of smoke. He cannot see anything right now, fans. I'm going to tell you what, we're looking at a shot of his windshield on our slow-mo cam, and it is a cloud. And there goes Wally at 180 miles per hour right past him to clear the way.
Luckily, he had the skill to keep it off the wall, because like I say, there's no way he was seeing anything at all. Imagine going through a car wash with the soap on full blast. That's what that windshield looks like. Solid white. So with that, Al, we're going to be down for a few minutes while they take the Zamboni down there and
assess all that damage down there.
Clean up and get it ready. So, folks, if you haven't had breakfast yet, now's a great time to run over to one of the concession stands or the fish sandwich stand. If you have, now's a great time to run over to one of the T-shirt vendors or Chris Simmons Photography and look at some of the pictures. If you need some racing tires for your hot rod today or tomorrow, whatever, go by and pick them up in person right here at the Mickey Thompson Trailer. You don't have to worry about freight charges or anything like that. And the beautiful Alyssa will show you how she's learned how to change tires. Went from an office job to a tire changer. little different.
That's all right. She's a great gal. Go down there, meet her, especially the age of her that's getting involved in working with these types of corporations. That's cool because the younger generations can all mingle together and know what's going on. So he's down there still talking to the safety equipment. I would tell you what, I think that something in that car had let loose, meaning, and I know for a fact, but he's like rubbing on his arm like maybe he had a little bit of fluid or something come in the cockpit. Transmission fluid. Thanks, Heaven. Heaven just got the word that it was transmission fluid. Of course, all the years that Wade Mooney has looked down the track, he knew that instantly.
Well, thank you, Al. And I hate to know that, actually. You know, you see it too often when you do see that. Again, hopefully it's something simple. You know, that was a big old mess and a lot of smoke, but it doesn't take much transmission fluid for that to happen. Like I say, it highly volatile as a smoke agent.
Well, I would say on behalf of his safety, it's a godsend it didn't poof, you know, because when that transmission fluid ignites, it doesn't stay ignited long, but it looks like the scariest ball of fire you've ever seen. As we go back, way back to Orlando Speed World, back in the early 2000s, when the family from Connecticut had the Chevrolet Camaro and the kid first time in a turbo car, and he put that thing on the chip, and the guy knew in the other lane that you just let him ride out, and man, that thing went into a huge ball of fire, and his father yanked him out, got third-degree burns himself on his hands, getting his son out of the car, but it's the scariest thing that can happen.
I missed that. I was a little too young to remember that. Way back 25 years ago. I don't even know if I was born back then.
Yeah, you were dragging a Kimby, I think, picking used bubblegum off the sidewalks.
We talked about food a little while ago. Don't forget the ice cream down there at the main concession stand as well. That's some good stuff. I recommend the butter pecan with cashews. They also have moose tracks, vanilla, chocolate. And I don't know. When she mentioned butter pecan, I just told her to shut up.
Every one of them. I saw him at Walmart getting some stretchy pants this morning. He tried every one of those pints.
Well, Al, you used to be a big fella. Do they still sell them things you can get to stretch your pants out? Because after every race, I need one for a week or two.
Yeah, they make those still. Yeah. Those are handy as long as you wear a hangout shirt and they can't see what you're doing under there. So a little cleanup down there. Good time to stretch out. It's going to be a minute here. And stretch out, go down there and look at some cars, do something, and I'm sure you'll have your real estate when you come back. But good morning to each and every one of you here in the beautiful Kentucky state. It's so nice to be here. I mean, I've announced with Wade, alongside with Wade in Bowling Green before. We've been to that track in Kentucky. This is probably the second track I've ever been to in Kentucky.
John pumped out. Wave him down. I don't know if this one sells fresh water or not. That's up to you to find out. But he is on the premises, so go by or when he goes by, wave him down, send your wife out there. If I haven't flashed him, whatever it takes, get him slow down, empty out your, that thing. So the Pooper Scooper is here. We got 2 Zambonis and the rice ash out there to clean up the mess, so it's a little more significant than we were certainly hoping for. And just like Al said, good time to stretch your legs, walk around, and see what's going on. They're getting Kevin towed off, and hopefully say nothing too bad. We got M&M Transmissions, one of our Pro 275 sponsors. They are on site. Built a couple transmissions, repaired them since he's been here. So hopefully, if Kevin has that big of a problem, hopefully he can utilize M&M Transmissions to get back on the track. Plenty of lap fluid on hand. Dragway PTE, which is I guess a new name now for Precision Turbo. Bennett Race Cars sponsoring our Ultra class. S&S Diesel sponsoring our No Time truck. SP Tools, longtime sponsor of the Limited 235 class, which is now morphed to X255. And this is actually a points race for X255. They appreciate them, their support. Several racers from Florida here with that, and I came from Alabama, so I know that was a pretty good ride from South Florida. VP Fuels, what can you say about VP? Been supporting Duck in the heads-up racing world many, many, many years with both traction compound and racing fuels. And Scott Tidwell Racing, I told you, Scott's here this weekend supporting his Gangster X, his little Gangster X ride that is driven by Matty Malone. And Scott, former competition eliminator champion and pro stock truck champion, and he don't drive them anymore, but he owns some bad hot rods, including one Jason Collins just ran to the NHRA Southern Nationals Pro Mod Final. So Scott and Chris Terry, the chassis builder and track tuner for Scott Tidwell Racing, is also here. I was talking to Matty yesterday. I said, you're the only Gangster X car here with a crew of that caliber right behind them. You know, they over there looking at computers and checking stuff out like they're plotting their next 330 run for a top fueler or something. But big money in the Gangster X wars. And then 6-0. How about our Ohio stringent here? You know, it's when Al Tucci can remember some of the 6-0 winners, because Al's usually not there by the time we finish 6-0.
Jody Boyles.
Yeah, and Bob.
That was one of my favorite in the day.
Mr. Index. But I'm talking about Bob Korn, the Camaro that you recognized yesterday out here. Karen Korn. I'm not sure how you say it.
Curran.
Okay.
That's right. I'm sorry. Yeah. What a guy, man. That guy, I met him over at the Mickey Thompson again. trailer this weekend. What a guy. That guy can drive, man. The last run he put up was like a 6.0.
Yeah, he's tough. But, only guy I know that deep stages for index racing, and he's done it for as long as I've met him.
Car likes it.
Yeah, it's not something new. But also, he one of his buddies was the winner at last year's Battle of the Thrones in Rockingham, and runner-up just a few weeks ago at Lights Out. So appreciate the Ohio crew always coming through for us for 6.0, and maybe some more will show up today. So there's superstars, and then there's heroes, and then there's guys that just do a lot with a little, and we love them all. We appreciate all of them coming out here and doing their thing. And not going to want to embarrass Bob, but me and him were talking yesterday, and he's like, I'd love to get some of that Gangster X money, but he said, man, I just can't, afford to make my car go that fast. And he said, if I do, I'd have to cut back. Well, so what do you want to do? You want to go racing whenever you want, and win as much as you do? Or you want to spend all your money on the car and can't afford to go racing, but, a few times a year? And I said, I think I'd stick right where I am.
Yeah, absolutely. Things work. You get in where you fit in, right?
That's right.
I mean, in any type of class, any type of sport, get in where you fit in, do what you can do the best at what it is offering you or you are offering it. Yes, sir.
finish. And again, apologize for the inconvenience and the delay, but we have to make sure everybody is as safe as we can possibly make them. And that's going to bring up John Pryor out of Louisville, Kentucky.
All right, back to the action here in qualifying round number 7 in the left lane. Here is John Pryor, who found, I hope he found that atomizer 160 fuel injector yesterday he was looking for. John going to get backed up by the backup girl there, telling him right where to put it in the groove. Out of Louisville, Kentucky. All right, John Pryor, Louisville, Kentucky. Limited drag radial. Hit the tire and struck the tire bit, and he'll go down. That's a single pass for limited drag radial, the final qualifying attempt. So the ladders will be set after that run right there of 765, 87 miles per hour, which is not his best. The car's been really fast this weekend. And we'll see how he does here in eliminations when they come around the corner later on this afternoon.
All right, guys, if you're in the staging lanes, please keep pulled forward. And when you get within 2 or 3 cars of the front, please get loaded up, suited up, and ready to go. I'm getting word that my X cars are not ready. They're too far back. So come on, folks, help us out. Help us out, Big Al. Help us out.
Big shout out to the girl that works with John Sears. I'll tell you what, big shout out to her. What's her name? Jennifer. Big shout out to Jennifer in Tech, man. Jennifer in Tech. Big shout out. You go, girl. Get your groove thing. Yeah, yeah. All right. How about a little white rice this morning? Without the live fish on the plate. It'll be right here in the right lane. Anyway, Dave Hucknick coming up in the left lane, ready to go Valparaiso, Indiana, Cumberland, Rhode Island for the 2JZ powered machine over there in the right lane. He goes down there 423, but look at that. Hucknick running some good numbers here this weekend. 413.9, 174 on a mile per hour. As White Rice seemed to coming around, huh, a little bit?
Sure is. And for those of you in the stands that are wondering about, how we make these rules and enforce them, we have a guy down there shows up every once in a while with Jennifer. What's his name? John? Yeah, that John guy.
Oh,
yeah,
the Long John's fisherman looking dude without the rain
he's
suit.
Jennifer's assistant down there in that big thing. So they look at the cars and flip coin whether you're legal or not, and sometimes it's your day and sometimes it's not.
Jennifer's an awesome decoy down there too, because while he's looking at your car, you're looking at her, and he's going right over that thing like an X-ray.
That's correct. And sometimes everybody's looking at her. We don't know.
You go, Jen. Here we go. Talking about Jen, we got any new Jens coming up here? In the left lane, you got yourself that Derek Cooper machine out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. That's like a fourth gen, right? Mustang?
That is correct.
Bowling Green, Kentucky base machine. And who's in the right side?
That's our favorite house mover, Ducky Johnson. And he's got even a later model Mustang. Is that the former Team Arena's car?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Absolutely.
This car was one time one of the quickest X275 cars in the country. Not saying it's slow now, but a lot of people have caught up with it. And if you didn't know, Ducky likes blue.
Oh, yeah.
Got that blue Nova in the Gangster X class and the blue Mustang here.
And why is that? Because they say blue by you.
Well, either that or blue Ford Oval, I'm not sure.
That could be. But
we were talking the other day about how you get started in things. How do you get started in the house moving industry? It's not
you get in where you fit in. And you see someone doing it somewhere, and you say, I can do that a little better, I think.
I reckon.
You go out and find yourself the big wheel trailers, with the logs that you lay the house on, and you pull that thing around. And it's quite unique. I've seen it happen in my area where the wires have to be moved.
Yeah, so the guy rides on top with the plastic pole to move the wires.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, they're not going to hook right there as those two find the tire spin right there, Ducky and Derek, or Derek and Ducky.
Well, now the sun's already out, and as we both know, Sometimes the Radio Outlaws glue does not like the sun. It looks like we may have a little leakage there from somebody. See if they'll bring out one of them pig mats.
All right, so ready to go is John Davidson. We'll bring it up out of Topeka, Kansas. He'll be over there in the Malibu, I believe. There it is. And there comes Alan Feltz out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. Longtime Ford Mustang racer. And good at it. A lot of accolades for that guy throughout the years. Winning races and showing up in races and trying to give you what you deserve. A total beating on the track. We'll find out. Chevrolet versus Ford in this outing right here of qualifying of X275. We moved into a different category. It's X275 now getting their shot here in the 7th round of qualifying.
Yes, sir. And if you remember, was it last year about 4:30 in the morning when Mr. Phelps also got him a throne down at Rockingham Dragway. Left lane, John Davison. John out of Topeka, Kansas. I don't guess I really ever realized how far he drives to Mount Austin. That big old rig is. He's got a tractor-trailer combination that's about 85 feet long and always shows up down there in Topeka. In Mount Austin.
I apologize. I got pulled over there in Topeka a few years ago. Still looking for me.
.427 for Mr. Davidson. Allen fell victim to tire spin there. And if we have any state patrol from the Kansas.
All right, so here is Dad, Eric Jarvis, getting in there in his little Honda, his wife, his beautiful baby down there, watching the whole thing happen. She's looking in there. You go, Daddy. Just 2 years old, man. How about that? Flo going to get that shot for the world to see how nice it is in this racing world. And I mean, awesome deal. On the left side, you've got yourself that car of Lonnie Nave out of Philpott, Kentucky. So Eric, goes right into the top lights. Here we go as they bring in Lonnie Nave. Left lane, they both get in identically. Red light there for Eric, but it's all qualifying. The Malibu's going to go to the throttle again and try to make it happen, but down on the top of the racetrack, Extreme Street Eliminator. And 532 in the left lane. 452 was the run for the Honda in the right lane. Our little bundle of starting line joy. All right. Bella down there. Bella says, you know, anytime they're around the starting line, they wear headphones, but she says she won't wear them for Dad. She wants to hear them. She wants to hear the car. Can you see that? All right, little girl. You go. Here we go. Next two coming up. Here's Jeremy Mattingly. All right, so Jeremy Mattingly right here in the right lane. Here we go. Well, of course, gets out a little bit and the tire goes away. And as Wade Mooney pointed out, sometimes that sun can get on that track and loosen that glue up. And that's part of the radial racing world. And that and tractors out there. And there's the next Kentucky linebacker right there for the Kentucky State, walking his way back to the lanes.
I'm here with Wally, who was in the opposing lane as Kevin Young with that big incident we just had. And I wanted to get over here really quickly and just clear the air because I know socials are about to go wild with the replay. Your car did take a long time to get in the stage bulb, but that was not on purpose.
No, not playing no games with Kevin on the line, especially there in qualifying. It wouldn't bump in, so I had to get off the brake, put it into the second bulb, and then boost it back up. So there definitely was the delay, but it definitely was not on purpose.
Yeah, and as drivers, we don't play tree games in qualifying. In eliminations, it's gloves off. But here, I just wanted to make it really clear that that was not intentional. He did his job. It wasn't on purpose. A really unfortunate event for Kevin, but you did everything that you were supposed to do, got off of boost and rolled in as you could.
Yes, yeah, it sucks. It sucks that happened to him, and unfortunate situation. But yeah, nobody was hanging anybody out. Kevin's a good friend, so we'll help him however we can to get back running so he can run.
Racers helping racers out here at the Battle for the Thrones. We're going to get some footage of Kevin's car here in a little bit and see if we can talk to him after he cools off, literally.
Yes, thank you very much.
You're
I appreciate
welcome.
you clearing that up.
Yeah, no problem.
We need Gangster X to lanes 3 and 4, please. Gangster X to lanes 3 and 4. Back to you, Al.
Oh, man. I love Butters, man. How about a Gangster X to 3 and 4, please? Gangster X to 3 and 4. Boy, is that a nice-looking Proline shirt. Established in 2005. Showing the beginning of total horsepower coming out of Georgia right there. That is a beautiful shirt. Are those on sale over there in the Proline trailer? Yeah, you got to get one of those. Go ask for the black with white trim. Proline Racing, established in 2005 T-shirt. Get one of those. That is such a cool picture of a supercharged, screw-blown Hemi on the back end. And then on the front, it's got an arrow. It says Proline Racing with the arrow down there showing that we use. So with that, Ryan Grigsby is going to come up. We got Ultra Street coming up to qualify for their final shot here this afternoon. Ryan Grigsby will be in the left lane. Dave Fiskus out of Batavia, Ohio, will be in the right side. The Cheeseburger Co-op Mustang. Cheeseburger's the guy out in front of the car. He tunes a lot of race cars, and this is one that he owns along with the driver, Dave Fiskus. Ryan Grigsby. Obviously, hey! My gosh, man. That little Mustang blew that hat that far? Does that thing got zoomy pipes on it? Holy macaroni, man. It was almost like you got hit by a hurricane. And there goes Grigsby down there. He got a good lick at it, man. That thing hooked up and gone at 446. 156 miles per hour. All right, so John Pryor, the new design, John. The new design with those colors would look great on that lady. I'm telling you, listen, I'm not being that guy, but that shirt down there with those new popping colors on it, you walk around, you'll be like not a pro mod, but a pro model. Let's see it, John. Come on. Did he go in? Yep, that's it. That shirt is beautiful. And I've seen a lot of shirts over the years. You're going to look wonderful in that, young lady. Enjoy. And John, I'm glad you got your car running. I really am. Good man right there. Speaking of the headaches that one could have in a day, well, Miranda Burris has been trying to shake this thing down all week and through the weekend here. Sean Pevlar being the left lane. KBX, Kalivas, Bennett Racing, small block and nitrous oxide. John Kalivas throws a few of the hand signals in there where he wants that car to be, and it will be getting it done right here. Here we go. Come on, Miranda. See the young lady out of Texas get a full hit here. Oh, she's going. And then it said, that's enough down there. And it looked like it started fading away on her at 95 miles an hour. I don't know. It was going good. 113.60 foot for Miranda. Went 310 to the split. And then it started smoking a little bit and slowing down a bit. But that may be what they're looking for. But it's a nice car. That young lady's got a nice car. I like that body style. As Sean Pevlar went down 476 at 118. So that is Ultra Street in the category for their 7th qualifying shot. All right, so with that, here comes the X255 category. And Jonathan Inslee rolls up in the left lane. Dean Fluhart down there, he hit the tire. She's not going to go anywhere with him. The tires, that is. So they both throw one away right there, and they'll come back into eliminations later on today with what they have given. And Fluhart has run some stout numbers here. I'm telling you what, throughout this week and this weekend, Fluhart has had that car flying. So we'll have to see what takes place later on as more X2. Let me start over. X255 cars come into house. Bad Brad Shear not here this weekend. He had a lot of work to attend to. And I was putting the word out, man. If he was here, look out. The records would have flown here yesterday night. The air was so good. I don't want to say the air looked good, but it was working. These cars are flying right now. And here's Jeffrey Garrison out of Indianapolis, Indiana, in the Ford Maverick. Ford Maverick will be in the right lane, and the Ford Mustang of Cody Poston out of Round Hill, Kentucky, in the left lane. This is X255. It's the tire designation on the back of the cars, the 255 drag radial. Little Maverick's got some history there. Young man Jeffrey Garrison driving it. His father raced this car with his friend many, many years ago. And when Jeffrey saw the car sitting under a tree in a yard for many years after they quit, he said, "What do you do with that car, Dad?" He said, "Whatever you want." So he built himself a little quick Maverick race car, and here he is today showing it off. I love that little body style. The kid can drive too, regardless if the tire spun. I'm telling you what, he got out of the gate at 01 reaction time, so he's ready to do some winning here once that car hooks up, which it shall later on tonight. So going to build a burnout boost right here for Chris Tino out of Middletown, Ohio. He'll be in the right side, bringing it up right there. Precision turbo and engine. Doing all the sponsorship here this weekend. Remember to support the guys that support the classes. Precision turbo and engine. Sponsoring this category. The S10 in the left lane is Colt Scott out of Hillsboro. Colt Scott got that nitrous oxide, I believe, small block in that thing. It's a good running truck. If she hooks up, and like we said, sometimes when the sun pokes out past the clouds here, the glue gets a little iffy and they have a hard time hooking all the horsepower up. But keep your eye on them. Here we go, is Chris Tino will be in the right lane. Well, they got it hooked up down there with a 5.088 over there on the right side. Chris Tino went right on the tree. Good thing for qualifying. You don't want to see that in eliminations. Down there in the left lane at 5.26, 132 miles per hour. Colt Scott in the pickup truck make their way to the finish line. Man, came to a drag race and a fashion show broke out, huh? Super Pro to lanes 1 and 2 for a shakedown run. Super Pro to 1 and 2 for a shakedown run for you guys. Another run for you. 1 and 2, Super Pro.
We drive tech. We drive the industry. Going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
Redline oil, formulated to win, proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me. Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Proven by me.
Formulated to win, proven by me.
We drive tech. We drive the industry. Going beyond the limits and advancing forward. A versatile all-in-one solution. We're here for you every step of the way. And that's why you see fuel tech everywhere.
On back roads and drag strips, farm fields and the interstate, there's a movement growing. A movement of hardworking men and women that trust Hot Shot's secret to take care of their vehicles. It's the fastest growing diesel additive brand, but you don't have to take our word for it. Take theirs. Lab formulated, dyno tested, track and proven. Hot Shot Secret, powered by science.
I'm here in the back of Kevin Young's pit, and as you can see, they are working really hard. And good news for everyone, they are going to do their best to get this thing turned around for elimination round number 1 at 5 o'clock. They have plenty of time. They've kind of slowed down, assessed the situation, and it's not quite as bad as it could have been. A transmission line actually came off, which is kind of best case scenario here, and obviously when that transmission fluid gets all over those hot parts, it's going to create the ginormous engulfing of smoke that you saw. He did tell me, he showed me this little thing, and his 6-year-old made this for him. He went the 81 last night with this little good luck charm, and he's also safe from what just happened on the racetrack. So we're putting this back in whenever he is finished working here, but everyone is in good spirits here. Everyone is safe. Everyone's working really hard, and I really, really am rooting for this team to make it back for eliminations tonight.
All right, Jenny said everything is good at the scales, man. Thank you, Jenny. Everything good at the scales. Jenny just reported. Thanks, Jen. You're such a girl. Such a good girl, man. I don't know how she puts up with the Long John's fishermen. Well, race fans, we're going to go into qualifying session right here for the No Time Pro trucks. They don't show their time, but they get it on. Believe me. Little Dodge Ram in the left lane of Nick Bell out of Coopers Hill, Tennessee in the left lane. And then the New York man coming up from Lima, New York, Tony Tundrick. We'll be over here clearing out that beautiful Ford. I mean, it is a fast Ford. Were with us yesterday. He was seeing a horrible accident. The driver got out, Bobby Dodrill, and his Chevrolet short bed went from the left lane to the right. And I'm going to tell you what, if you witness that, it's something that doesn't leave your mind, because it was really fast and really bad. But he got out of the truck and walked away. We'll race another day. Diesel power trying to get there, but the New Yorkan says not today. The Big Apple gets the bite there in qualifying. Down to the stripe, and he'll be back for more action. Michael Dalton now. Cokersville, Tennessee will bring his machine up. Little Dodge truck. Looks like she lost fire, or she's just quiet. There she is. Diesel powered, reverse lights on, and he'll get her staged up and get his shot down the track here in his Pro No Time pickup.
There we go, building up his boost down there. Wow, that thing is whipping down there. I thought I saw my grandmother's sewing machine come to life. Wow, did that thing sound good. He shut her off early, Michael Dalton did, but he'll be back in eliminations later on as they bring you the incredible category of no time truck, pro truck, excuse me. It'll bring up 10-5, no billet 10-5. It's a no billet class. There are no billet blocks or heads allowed in this category. And running in the no time, no billet 10-5 category, we've got a Ford Mustangs, a pair of them coming up. Austin Vincent, who graduated college yesterday. Congratulations to him. And he's back here to race today out of Central City, Kentucky. Super Pro to 1 and 2. Super Pro to 1 and 2, please. Super Pro lanes 1 and 2. I love the new Boss X t-shirt. That gentleman's got one on right there in the starting line. Those colors look so good. I guess it's just not as a traditional one. You know what I mean? Everything gets traditional looking and everything starts looking the same. It's true. When you start doing something like that, bang, people want to wear it. I don't mean bang, but you know, I'm trying to give you an example of fireworks going on. Here they go. No billet 10-5. Still got the song of graduation music in his ear right there in the left lane. Austin Vincent and Jason Bergstrom out of Santa Rosa, Florida. That'll bring up a many-time champion in the sport of drag racing in his categories. How you doing, Heather? Nice to see you, young lady. You're looking beautiful, as ever. His crew chief down there, been with him for so many years, working alongside. And here is Bill Hines coming up here out of Lebanon, Ohio, man. Gives me a treat to talk about him. I've talked about him for at least 30 years of his racing career. I've been to races that he's been at from the NMCA throughout all the cool things he's done. Bill Hines goes down there lighting the hides on the back end of his Ford Mustang that's been legendary to him. He'll take on the four-door Jason Terrell, Hebron, Kentucky-based Malibu in the left lane. Big old nitrous oxide assisted Chevrolet. Cool looking taxi, isn't it? Look at the size of that, man. That tire in the back end, the nitrous oxide purge coming out of that thing. That thing's uber neat. So they'll go down. It's all from A to B. No times will be shown. And he's doing his job there in testing. And Heather's happy. That's a good sign. They showed up last night with one hit to get at that track, and there's their second hit. And that's showing them that they are doing their job right. In the no billet 10-5 tire designation category of racing right there for Phil Hines. The Pro Charger sponsorship that's been with him for so many years.
And he's really proven good for that company and all the ones that are represented at sticker form on that car for many years of racing. That'll bring up Shane Moses, ready to go in the 6.0 index category. Closest to 6.0. Would be the thing to do right here, and I love this little roadster. I've been saying it for 3 days, or 2 days at least, but man, is this thing gorgeous. Trevor Mesimore out of Slaughters, Kentucky, built this car himself, this young guy did. Sitting down in there, the red and white, black fenders, the white, I'm talking about the trim. It looks like it's got a little white pinstriping around there to break the red from the black up. Beautiful car. Beautiful job to the young man for building it. He'll take on the Stealth Fighter Mustang over there. Black stealth fighting paint job of Shane Moses down there out of Athens, Tennessee. They can run the number. Believe me, and so can this kid right here in the right lane. He did well yesterday. 6.0. Watch the top end. There they go. 5.99.4 for Moses. Runs under the 6.0 by that much. How about 6 thousandths of a second from a perfect run? 6.02 for the roadster of Trevor Mesimore. You're going to be Brad Kale up here, Tell City, Indiana. He'll be in the left lane. Steve Kale. They're either father, son, or brothers. One says, I'll take the old Bulls 442 out of Indiana. Both of them hailing out of Indiana. Nice little Malibu, man. That thing is good looking. Better half of the reaction time, and the wind light would have went if it was eliminations, which it's not yet. 6:01, 114. Kale would have had that run. Bob Curran coming up, Seville, Ohio. Bob will be over there in a cool looking Chevrolet Camaro. And man, he can run the numbers, this guy. The SS Chevrolet Camaro. They got the round, what is it, a 71 or 70? They don't have the designation on there, and I like those big old cars. In the left lane, Michael Miller out of Akron, Ohio, the winner of the Battle of the Thrones 6.0 competition last year in Rockingham. That red machine right there, runner-up of Lights Out in the 6.0 category in 2026, just months ago. Going in deep. Finds him red by 002 red down there, but on the top, watch the numbers. 604, 602, Michael Miller. Akron, Ohio finds the better half of that 6.0 index number. That brings up the next two right here in the starting line area. It will be Jake Hodge. Yeah. No, I don't. It might be a relation. We're not sure. We're going to do a DNA test later on today. But I mean, the first names would be kind of cool. Butter, Jaker. Adam Klein down there in his Franklin, Kentucky-based Malibu. Watch the numbers. Too quick. 598 in the left lane. 523 in the right lane. So young Curran down there is watching the numbers for her dad, seeing who's running what, so she can say, hey, you're doing pretty good. Here comes the kid that swapped out of the Gangster X category to run over in this category of 6.0 eliminator. He put a 6.00, I think it was a 9 or a 7 on the board last night from the 570s, and slowed it down, got the thing figured out. That is going to be Jacob Reichert out of Crystal City, Missouri. And up all night sitting in his lazy boy chair is Mike Campbell back at home with only a quarter of a bottle of red wine left, watching his Missouri native racing friends purge their nitrous oxide and try to get themselves a victory here at the Battle for the Thrones, brought to you by Bickle Chassis and Bickle Race Cars, and a cast of thousands that we'll tell you about. LAT Oil. You can get LAT Oil with your Proline engine or at Proline. They represent and sell all those products. M&M Transmissions. Fine people from Precision Turbo and Engine. Here we go. You don't want to see a cherry on the tree when it comes to eliminations, but man, you want to see a good number in qualifying. 602 would be the better number of Carmen down there in the left lane. In the right side, it is going to be 597 at 115. righty then. So they move right here to Gangster X, which is a no-time deal. All right, young ladies at the Boss X tent, look at the new shirt. Hold it up. Look how beautiful it is. Lona, thank you very much. I love that shirt. I'm telling you what, if you don't sell every one of those shirts this weekend, something isn't right, because that is a cool looking deal. And when you're wearing it, I'm telling you, people notice you. It's like, wow, look at that. Alrighty, Gangster X down there, CJ Cobble. And James Brown racing for his good friend that passed away out of Bloomington, Illinois, Mr. Perry. James says he'd like to dedicate the race weekend to him. David Purley is who passed away, a racer and a guy that used to compete at the drag radial races and Ultimate Street back in the day. Here comes that wagon of Rusty Ellis. And Matty Malone will be in the left lane. Over there trying to get the job done. Good driver over there. Alabama Slammer down there. And she'll find her little Gangster X Chevrolet 69 model Camaro down to the stripe first. Buick coming up now, Chris Turner. Big Buick down there in the right side of the racetrack. Turner will be Ben Markham will be in the left lane. Ding dong. Here comes the, what is it?
The Berlinetta.
Thank you to Jimmy French back at home to show us all the Berlinettas that are available on Facebook. All right, the Berlinetta Chevrolet down there at Ben Markham. We'll go down. Not finding a stripe, though, is Chris Turner. Will get down to the stripe first here in Gangster X. It's a 530 index. Closest to that number, they don't have a time slip. They don't have a clue in the world except trusting that automobile. Wait.
The bad thing about Jimmy's research last night for us is he didn't list the prices that they're for sale for, so we don't know what we have to pay if we wanted one of the Berlinettas.
One phone call does it all.
One call does it all?
One call does it all. You'll find out exactly if the old mud flaps are hanging on that pickup truck that tows that Berlinetta around. All right, so Johnny Douglas out of Martinburg, Kentucky, and the Brooksville, Ohio native, Jan Jenkins. Jan Jenkins over there in the Mustang with the black door. Look at that little Valiant or Dart or whatever it be. That thing really gets the job, huh? Good looking car, too. All white, little black parachute on the back end. Goes down to the stripe, and Gangster X and shows him how to get it. Don't forget Gangster X, if you go out in the first round, which this is just a qualifying shot for them. But when we get into eliminations, if you go out in the first round, you're welcome for no charge to join the Second Chance Boss X Gangster X showdown race. 1,000 to win, 300 runner-up. That's a very nice thing that she's done. Be selling t-shirts all day just to pay that purse. You go, girl.
But she's got some mighty fine t-shirts down there to sell.
You're not kidding. I said that earlier. She does not cut any corners on perfection and on, you know, quality. Her stuff is top-notch right there. So with that, they're making their way down. Mattingly Levi, the name on the card over here in the left lane. 6-0. 5 and 6, 6-0 to 5 and 6, 6-0 to 5 and 6. Something to eat like a king up here. Wade Mooney's got himself. Oh, I want to thank you. That salad's good. But here we are is Mattingly and Rich. Rich in the right side. Chase Rich. That's what Mattingly did. Chased Rich right to the stripe. The growing category of drag racing that is just incredible right here in this category that you're watching, in the Gangster X category that Duck X is put together. Donald Long has had it at Lights Out 17, and it is working well.
And there's been some amazing classes and some amazing packages put together for this event. I don't know about you, but I've really enjoyed watching them.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean,
variants in the different models, different sizes, has been quite a treat.
You're not kidding. And you know, you remember the old back off Samity Sam mud flaps?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Anyway, those are the one I'm getting you for Christmas.
I'd rather have the one with the, you know, the Playboy bunny.
Oh, that chrome, the chrome. Yeah, those are cool. God, I'm glad we both pay attention to trucks. Anyway, Cody Wiggins went down there to 65, half car, half truck, El Camino. That big block making a move. Here is the Hemi-powered coupe. I don't know, it looks like a 31, 32, maybe a 30 even, but look at the whale tail on the back end of that thing, and it's got a Hemi on board. The Patina, look at the frame, the front frame horns. Check them out, how Patina they are. You look at the horns that are hanging out of the front where the radiator would bolt to. The cross, the straight axle or some type. Cool car, man. I had to take a picture. Wade told me yesterday, it's got a Hemi. I got to look over there. You got to be kidding me. So that's going to be Kevin Wiegand. And Tyler Grant will be over in the left lane in his El Camino. Listen up, if you have not been through Tech is going to be closing shortly. So please, if you just got here with your race car, get to Tech with it now. Thank you very much to all the racers. If you haven't been teched in, you know you won't get in without a tech card. So if you got here, whether you're a racer every weekend, you still have to tech in. All right, so down that stripe, we lock. Lindsay takes a Strange Engineering sponsored Mustang through the stripe down there and finds herself there first. All right, so with that, Casey Flora will be in the left lane. Melvin. So Melvin Pfeiffer out of San Antonio, Texas, in his Mustang here on the right side, the Yellow Beast. Ready to go in category right here of Gangster X. All right, Lucas Baumeister over there out of Candleton, Indiana, and that 61 Bel Air. Check that baby out, man. That is full Patina right there. That thing came out from under a willow tree or something. Crew going down there to check things out. The Chevrolet Corvette of Grady Underwood will be down there in the left lane out of West Virginia. My, oh my. Here is Jamie Mattingly in the left lane. Ford Mustang, and the truck not on file right here. It is usually, but we talked how nice this truck looked. Burnt orange, rust, whatever color it is, it's good looking. So getting down there first in the category as the burnouts are coming. I hear you, Wade Mooney. Wade Mooney, that is a great sell. That thing tastes so good. I want to thank you. And thank you to the Sapp family. Wow. Fresh chicken. That's like a rotisserie chicken. So Jimmy Stanley went down. We watched Dean Vaughn make his run in the Chevrolet Big Black Corvette. And here comes the one a little older than his. 2013 model, I think his was. This here is Jeremy Thompson out of Louisville, Kentucky. That thing's already laying down on the rubber, isn't it? He's got that thing slammed in the back.
Yeah, he's got built-in weight transfer already. But
there you go. Nice red interior in the black car. That big dude there slammed that passenger door like it was a 58 Oldsmobile. Surprised the driver didn't get knocked out the other side. Here's Jimmy Stanley. So with the run down there, Thompson makes it happen. Jimmy Stanley having problems in the Ford Mustang will just ease his way on down through the end. Bring up more. Gangsta X coming up, so they'll be over there. Oh, look at that! I'm like 1 year away from being in total love. A '68 Chevrolet. Look at the purge out of the antennas, man. Black with a black vinyl top. Check that thing out. Donnie Bray, who used to race back in the day, back in the NMCA with a reddish colored, orangish colored 68 Chevrolet Chevelle, was a big hitter. Electrical contractor, I believe, by trade, out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. That car is beautiful right there, man. Right side. Ford Mustang of Troy Perez Jr. That's your points leader for competition. Bray just lights the hides on the big-bodied Chevrolet. His wife goes, "You got to be kidding me, man. We get one shot at the track here this morning before eliminations, and she smokes the tires." But the car is beautiful, young lady. That car is so nice. I'm going to tell you what, that guy never cuts corners about quality. Donnie Bray's car. What a good-looking machine. Ducky Johnson, Marietta, Florida, will be up there in the Chevrolet Nova, another vinyl top Chevrolet. And Chad Smith out of Carlisle, Ohio. to the stripe first over Scotty Lavelle, I believe, in the right lane. Here's a green Mustang of Scotty Lavelle right now, and Crystal